Greetings, O-Doers. A check is a payment method that is still used extensively in many countries, even if electronic payments tend to replace them more and more. At Stealthy Wood Inc., some of our customers only go by this method, meaning that once we have received the checks, we still have to deposit them ourselves in our bank account. To keep our accounting up to date, as we have seen together in another lesson about reconciliation, it's recommended to record the payments as soon as we get them and reconcile these payments with our bank statements afterward. Since we receive many checks, there is a simple way to ease the whole process. We first record the payments in Odoo and group all the payment details in one document that we use to make a batch deposit at our bank. The bank in turn processes all the checks and groups them in a bank statement line that we can reconcile with the batch payment we made in one click. Very easy, very convenient. So let's see together how to do this in our database. All right, here I am on my database, specifically looking at the accounting module. Now from here, we're going to go to Configuration, Settings, and activate an option. So let's scroll down to the customer payment section. We're going to activate this option, batch payments, which I've already done. If you need to, go ahead and do that now, and be sure you click on save before moving forward. Now let's go ahead and create some customer invoices. So we're going to go to customers, invoices, create. All right, so let's first choose our customer. Then we're going to add a product. All right, we're going to go ahead and save this, validate, and register the payment. Now, when we register the payment, we want to be sure we select batch deposit and validate. Okay, we see that the status has changed to paid and $0 are due. So it's fully paid. All right, now we're going to duplicate this. So let's go ahead and change the customer, save, validate, register the payment again. Again, we're going to choose batch deposit. This time I'm going to change the memo. So let's say Stealthy Wood Inc. 2019 030. All right, so I'm changing the memo here because that's what the customer wrote in the payment reference. All right, so we want to make sure we write down the correct information from the customer's checks. So let's go ahead and validate this. And we're going to duplicate it for a third and final time. Again, change the customer, validate, register the payment, again, batch deposit, validate. And now we have 3 invoices that are validated, and the payment method type is batch deposit for all 3. So now what we're going to do is jump to customers. Okay, and then we're going to go to batch payments here. We're going to go ahead and create a new one. So we want to be sure that our batch type is inbound. We're going to choose Bank USD. Our payment method is going to be batch deposit. We're going to go ahead, add a line, select all 3 invoices, select. Okay, we can save this and validate. And after we do that, we can actually print the batch payment. Okay, so it's going to generate a PDF. We can look at this. All right, so that all looks good. And what I'm going to do is actually copy the total. All right, so let's go back to our database. We're going to go to our overview. And what we're going to do now is actually manually create a bank statement. We're going to do this to simulate the real statement from the bank once they have processed the batch deposit. All right, so let's go ahead and click on create here. We're going to add a reference. 2019 through 04. Okay, let's add a line here. So first we need a label. So let's go ahead and say batch deposit. All right, I'm not going to select the partner, but I am going to add the amount here. All right, so the computed balance is what's already on the general ledger plus this amount. So let's go ahead and copy this, make it the ending balance. All right, we're going to save, click on the reconcile button. All right, and then I'm going to select this button, select a batch payment. All right, and that will take all 3 of these into account for this amount that we need to reconcile. So I'm going to select a batch payment, select again, and then I can reconcile. And voila, we're done. It's as simple as that. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.